You could take a guy like Canelo. This guy could do. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Cakewalk. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
After Canelo Alvarez's latest fight, Floyd Mayweather shook up the boxing world by calling out Terence Crawford. Mayweather spoke with full confidence, showing he might be ready for another high-stakes showdown. Known for his unbeaten record and unmatched self-belief, he once again grabbed everyone's attention. Fans and analysts are excited about the thought of Mayweather fighting Crawford, who many consider the top pound-for-pound boxer. It adds even more energy and tension to the unpredictable world of boxing.
Canelo this week actually said something interesting. He goes like Crawford's better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like he is?
I think he's more all-rounded in some ways, but Mayweather was so good at certain things that made him impossible to beat. He really stuck to his niche of style, where Crawford kind of tries to fight the more honest, I guess, exciting, traditional way, being there, just moving out the way, landing the shot, where Mayweather would have you dancing around him and chasing him and falling short and falling in and countering the life out of you, and knew and understood 10-9 rounds better than anyone else. You only have to win 7-10-9 rounds clear and you've won the fight as long as you don't get put down. And obviously he never really got put down. I know there's a few question marks, but for all intents and purposes never got put down, and he was the best, one of the best to ever do it. It's very hard to go a whole career undefeated.
Terence Crawford kept his unbeaten streak alive by defeating Canelo Alvarez in a split decision, securing the super middleweight title. The fight took place at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas on September 13, 2025, and was one of the year's biggest events. Crawford moved up 2 weight classes but showed no fear as he entered the ring. Even though Canelo was bigger and stronger, Crawford controlled the tempo with sharp footwork, clever strategy, and accurate combinations to earn the win.
What did you think of the fight?
Man, I loved it, man. I love the fight, man. I love the fight. I did not know how it was going to go. I didn't think the weight was going to be a problem for Terence Crawford. I'm on record as saying I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but it stood to be seen. It needed to be seen, and I knew he would have known after the first, second, or third round. You feel what I'm saying? And when I seen how Canelo was respecting his jab and how Canelo was respecting his power from the very beginning, I knew how it was going to go. And I knew that Bud was only going to get stronger and get bolder and, start to wear him down, because Canelo is known to start to wear a little bit in the later round.
Everyone said that Crawford was not going to exchange tonight, and he traded with Canelo up close.
Man, Bud is the best, man. Bud is the best. I've been on wax and saying that, Bud. I've been on wax and saying that for a couple of years now. I bet against Bud on Spence. I bet against Bud on Porter. I didn't think that Bud was the best. I got to give it to him. Bud the best, right? He's hands down. He the best. He the best right now. I don't think nobody need to question him no more. I mean, you kind of got to give him his respect no matter what. You got to give him respect. He just went up 2 weight classes what people said he couldn't do. He's doing everything that people say he can't do, and he is doing it with ease.
Break,
you got to respect that.
Break it down for me. How did he win that fight in the way he won it tonight?
He won the fight by gaining Canelo's respect. I think he was already in Canelo's head a little bit. I think that even though Canelo knew he was smaller and everything else, these fighters are still human and they hear what the people are saying. Canelo was, Crawford was undefeated. Look at what he did to the Spence. I mean, look at what he's doing to some of these people. So no matter what, I mean, you have to take that into consideration.
Mayweather Jr. placed a big bet on Terence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez, proving his belief in Crawford's talent. Even though Crawford was the underdog, Mayweather wagered $50,000 at plus 148 odds. When Crawford won by majority decision, Mayweather collected $124,000. This bet showed that Mayweather not only trusted Crawford's skills but also had sharp insight into how the fight would play out.
Check this out, guys. Floyd Money Mayweather just shared on social media that he bet $50,000 on Crawford to win, and he won $75,000 back. So Crawford made Mayweather $74,000. Most people that I talk to were betting on Canelo. A few people bet on Crawford. How much money did you win on Crawford? $200 here, $200 there. But most people that I know bet on Canelo. And we'll hear from Canelo. We're gonna hear from Crawford. And I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, Floyd Money Mayweather, bet on Crawford and make some money. What do you want to see Crawford do next? What do you want to see Canelo do next? Let me know. Definitely interesting developments here tonight. When I watched the fight live, I thought Canelo won. I think Canelo won. I have to watch it again, but with no audio because I know the broadcasters were all against Canelo. They were all against him all week from the rivals. So I don't expect anything different.
Mayweather also made it clear where he stands in the pound-for-pound debate, naming Terence Crawford the best boxer in the world. He praised Crawford's talent, discipline, and success across multiple weight classes after his impressive win against Canelo Alvarez. For Mayweather, pound for pound means more than titles. It's about proving yourself against the best repeatedly. He believes Crawford has done exactly that, cementing his place as the fighter to beat in today's boxing era.
Now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number.
Crawford has always admired Mayweather, not only for his boxing skills but also for his business sense and lasting legacy. Over time, this respect grew into a real bond between them. Mayweather often gives Crawford advice, and Crawford listens closely. Their connection is built on more than sports. It reflects shared goals, family values, and an understanding of what it takes to achieve greatness.
How you is, you be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, was, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this, that. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
A few days ago, Canelo shocked the media by saying, "I think Crawford is much better than Floyd Mayweather." The remark carried extra weight because Mayweather had already beaten Canelo in 2013, when Canelo was just 23 and undefeated. Crawford's faster hands, stronger footwork, and smart game plan help him outbox Canelo across 12 rounds. He used defense and counterpunching to block Canelo's power, proving brilliant even after moving up 2 weight classes.
Right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Champ, first off, I want to thank you for the illustrious career that you have given us in the game. You've been a steadfast professional in the way that you conducted yourself, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of the boxing media.
Thank you, sir.
Number
It's my
2,
pleasure.
Champ, I wanted to ask you, this was a fight that we haven't seen from you before. We've never seen you have the sustained and prolonged frustration during the fight. Was there a point in time where you figured that this just wasn't going to be my night? And if you did, when did that happen?
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try, but you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go, and I try all the rounds. I never think about that because imagine. So I cannot think in that way, but I try my best tonight.
And lastly for me, Champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Canelo's comment that Crawford is better than Floyd caused controversy. Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, responded strongly, saying Canelo was only trying to protect his own image by praising Crawford. Jeff reminded everyone that Mayweather beat Canelo when Canelo was in his prime, not past it. He also argued that while Crawford is skilled, Mayweather's defensive ability was on another level.
If we remember, Canelo at that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other 2 judges scored it for Floyd, of course.
Yeah, nobody had it.
And that was a... And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he still took him, into deep waters. So
yeah, what was Canelo? What, 20 something? 20 what? 23, 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game,
very
obviously.
Young. Yeah, very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah, but
man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people. But
How you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, for sure, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
Want to
make himself look like he did something great.
Greg Hackett, Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s trainer, also joined the debate, saying Floyd is still greater than Crawford. He admitted Crawford's win over Canelo was impressive, but said Mayweather's defense, experience, and unbeaten record across multiple divisions put him above. Hackett's comments highlight the ongoing discussion in boxing about who is the greatest fighter of this era.
The Floyd Mayweather that Canelo Alvarez fought.
Yeah.
In the last version of Terence Crawford that we've seen in the ring.
Yeah.
Who's the better fighter, Jim?
Of course you got to give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time. Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ. You know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we ain't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you in there. That's what Bud went up against that night. That's why he didn't look so great to me.
Promoter Eddie Hearn disagreed with Canelo Alvarez's claim that Crawford is better than Mayweather. He argued that Crawford's record doesn't match Floyd's, as many of Crawford's opponents were past their prime. While Crawford has some huge wins, including the recent one over Canelo, Hearn believes Mayweather's resume across all weight classes is far stronger.
Canelo saying that Crawford's a better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't, but I think Crawford's a phenomenal fighter. The thing is with Crawford, and I was kind of goading him on this, and it's not his fault, his resume's not that impressive. Like I said to him, tell me your best win ever. This is what I said to him. And you know what he said? Ricky Burns. Right? Now, Ricky Burns is a great fighter. He's my guy. He's a 3-division world champion. But you can't say that he is, like one of the greats. He's one of the greats of Scottish boxing. But if you're talking about one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time, it's not Terence's fault that he hasn't been able to get those fights. But a lot of the guys that he's fought have been done. Even arguably Ricky Burns at the time. I know he went on to win other world championships, but he was kind of on the slide at that time. Kell Brook, Amir Khan, Gamboa, all of these guys. Who else did he beat? Ndongo, like Errol Spence, another example. He is, Terence is brilliant, but he's never actually really had many notable victories. This would be it. I mean, this would be an incredible achievement. But I just feel like at the age that they're at, like, what is going to happen in this fight? And I just see I don't think Terence, because he shouldn't, is going to take that many chances in the fight. He needs to use his movement, use his footwork, which Canelo doesn't like, and win rounds. And Canelo doesn't really like to force a fight. When did you last see Canelo really trying to get a finish?
Colonel Motton explained that Floyd Mayweather will always be remembered as the greatest boxer ever. While Crawford's win over Canelo was historic, Motton stressed that greatness is about more than one fight. Mayweather's perfect record, intelligence, defense, and long dominance across divisions are achievements very few can match. Crawford is excellent, but Mayweather's place in history is still higher.